to another exciting edition of the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast. I am your MC Davo. With me today, we have Kels.
Hello.
We have Andy.
Hello, Ladle Brainers.
And we have the Sensei Neil.
Hey, everybody. You want to play a game?
Uh-huh.
Well, I'll tell you the way we do it. It's not going to be like a jigsaw thing. That would be kind of weird.
That's
more like
you
Saw.
want to play a game. I was like,
So no, we're going to play trivia, and each week we have a theme, and within that theme we've got. I saw a really funny meme about that where they were saying, a lot of movies will try to make someone look really young by doing prosthetics or a lot of post-production CGI kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But in the Saw movie, they just put Tobin Bell's baseball cap on backwards. And
hello, fellow children.
And he looks like a kind of an old creepy dude wearing a backwards baseball cap, but he's supposed to look like he's in his 20s. It was pretty funny.
I didn't know that was the secret.
Anyway, well, I mean, especially the later Saws, I don't think they had a huge budget. So,
well, they spent all their money on complicated traps.
Right.
And their Home Depot budget was through the roof.
Pits full of hypodermic needles and stuff like that.
Those
my
aren't cheap,
gosh,
man.
That still keeps me kind of like, can't scrub that one.
Anyway, okay, so let's play a game of trivia. Each week we have a theme, and within that theme, we have 6 categories, 4 questions each. Each question is worth 10 points. There may be a few bonuses thrown in here and there, and then a final question, which is worth up to 100 points. And you guys know I like numbers, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
very much so.
I was trying to think of like the most famous number that I could try to do a quiz about. Anybody want to guess?
Davo, don't know. Davo, no.
It's 42, isn't it?
No.
Oh, it should be 42.
Well, I mean that's a good one. But
Oh.
I didn't think I could come up with 6
oh.
numbers, 6 or
I know
24
what it
questions. What is it?
Oh,
It's 1385, which is the number of the class R1
Lay them off.
that's being restored. The C&W class
play 'em off.
R1.
Play them off.
We got new playoff music.
So I'm wrong?
Well, I didn't
Well,
have
that's the
number. I didn't have.
the most famous number, 8675309.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I got you.
And in addition to that, I was talking with one of our patrons the other day on our Discord channel, Twy. You guys know Twy.
Yay.
Hey, Twy.
Hey, you freaky darling.
Wow.
Whoa. Wait a minute. It took a turn.
Yeah. You must know Twy better than I do.
Yeah.
Well, she
what,
called us freaky darlings.
Did she?
Yeah.
Reciprocating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. Was I here?
You're never really here.
Yeah, it's true. That's legit.
But anyway, you know how on our tournament games we have these special rules.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And she and I were kind of tossing around some other ideas for special rules that we might want to use. And I thought it would be kind of fun if I just sort of randomly threw out special rules from time to time, just to keep you on your toes.
Oh.
And so we came up with one that we'll see how it works out. I'm tentatively calling it the penalty box.
Mhm.
Okay. The penalty box.
It kind of derived from one of the BBC quiz shows that I listened to, where if you get 5 answers in a row correctly, they give you a bonus point.
Oh.
But you know me, I don't want to give bonus points.
No,
I go the other way. So if you miss 2 questions in a row,
What?
you are not going to be able to answer the next question.
Come on,
You
dude.
Oh, my
automatically,
goodness.
Whoa.
you automatically get the next question wrong.
So we're being penalized for trying.
It's the penalty box
No, we're not being penalized for trying. We're being penalized for failing.
for failing. Yeah.
Right? You're right. This really is up his alley, isn't it?
Hmm.
It's really.
But it can only happen to you once per game.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So
Well, let's just get the science category done and back to business as usual.
Does punting count as a wrong answer?
Valid question.
I'm gonna say, since even though it's never been an official rule, I'm gonna give you a pass on the punt.
Okay.
That's confusing.
But if you
Pass,
do
play on the punt.
if you
Punt, pass, and kick.
if you miss and then punt and then miss, that will count.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Here comes Ray Guy for the first punt of the day, and that is a deep pass to the end zone. Oh,
That was a special play, a special
It
trick
is
play.
special rule, man.
The trick play.
All right. So anyway, category 1 obviously is the number 8.
Okay.
8.
Okay. Question 1. Name one of the things prohibited by the 8th Amendment to the United States Constitution. Just any one of the 3 specific things that are prohibited.
I am not good with the numbers. If you give me a year,
Just full stop there. Just
You want a year?
No, I mean
Andy?
with the.
It
I'm
was-
sorry, I'm
I
thinking.
believe
same
it was
time.
1980
I am not
or
good.
1789, but I'm not positive.
Okay, I think I'm locked in. Pretty sure.
You just need one of the 3 things.
oh, what's the 8th Amendment? Oh, or not.
I'm locked in. This is gonna be a mess.
This would be a disaster.
Either one of y'all want to sit next to me in the penalty box when we go?
Yeah, I'm with you. Can't remember which one the 8th Amendment is.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying.
It's between the 7th and the 9th.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness, that joke.
So we're going full on
That's a-
super prick today. Are we doing that, Neil?
Now that I look at this first category is pretty tough, I think.
No, don't say it now.
I mean, this is the easy one.
Oh, you monster.
So let's see if we can do a hat trick and all 3 of us can be in the penalty box at the same time.
Yeah. All right. I'm locked in.
We'll start with Kels.
I'm hoping this is the one that's got cruel and unusual punishment in it.
Deva?
Spot on.
I'm hoping it's the one where soldiers can't stay in your house without your permission.
Okay. And Andy?
This is in the Bill of Rights. I think quartering comes earlier. I
Great.
believe this is also cruel and unusual punishment.
The correct answer is, any acceptable answer. The 3 acceptable answers are excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishments inflicted.
Man.
So I just punched a dude on the opening face-off.
Yep.
I'm done with you. Wham!
Gloves off. Gloves off.
All right. Question 2. Episode 8 of what miniseries is 3rd in the top 100 most viewed non-sports TV episodes of all time?
Wow.
Locked in?
Okay.
I'm looking for the miniseries.
I'm going straight to the box, man. I'm a goon. I'm a flat-out goon.
I am.
Powering down.
I was about to say locked in. I thought of something else, but
I'm worried it's not that many episodes.
that's the. I think you and I are. I'm locked in. I'm going with my gut.
Okay. Deva?
Roots.
Andy?
I'm not sure if Roots had that many episodes, and then I was thinking maybe Band of Brothers, but I stuck with Roots.
All right. And Kels?
Yeah. Once I wrote it down, I was like, maybe it just had 6 episodes, but I also said Roots.
I believe it was the final episode of Roots.
Hey.
Successfully avoided it. Didn't catch that.
The ref
slew foot.
skated by you. I'm watching you, Lacey.
All right. Question 3. Oxford and Cambridge universities have a long-running annual boating competition between open weight 8s on the Thames. What is 8s a reference to?
Locked in?
Oh, this seems too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know it's wrong, but it's all I have.
You're gonna have to be specific too.
Oh, yeah, I know this is wrong, man. One step closer to the box. I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Okay, Andy,
How many seats?
Kels,
Number of rowers per boat.
and Devo.
The type of stroke that the oars undertake.
Okay. One of you got it. The correct answer is it's the number of oarsmen on the boats.
Whoa.
Hey.
See, I thought it was Trixie. I said seats because I thought they were also counting that guy in the front that goes stroke.
Right.
McBride's having a stroke.
So that would be the coxswain, and
Mhm.
that would be the
Sure.
ninth person. But,
Okay.
is specifically 8 oarsmen, which is
Rats.
why they're called 8s.
I outsmarted myself, and now I'm one shot from the penalty box.
Sorry, Andy. Bounce back.
Question 4. What imperial unit is equal to 1/8 of a mile?
Locked in.
Oh, man. See, now I feel like if I'm going to the penalty box, I want to do something to make it worth my while. 1/8 of a mile.
All right. All right. I'm locked in.
I'm going to look stupid. I'm locked in.
All right. You guys sound so excited. Kels, what do you got?
I went with my favorite Edward from that has starred in a Terminator movie, and I said Furlong.
Devo
Furlong.
and Andy.
And I said furlong.
Correct answer is furlong.
My favorite
Wow.
Edward who started a
It's got a lot of distinguishers on it.
So
Edward Norton was raising his hand for a second. Hey. Oh.
that question led me down this, to me, very interesting rabbit hole about why it's called a furlong. It's an old English thing, and it's basically short for a long furrow, or a furrow long, which is the length that a team of oxen can plow before they have to rest.
Oh, wow.
And I thought it was kind of funny because it seems like that's you would think that there might be some oxen that would be a little bit stronger or have more stamina than others, but I guess they kind of averaged it out. And then there's a whole long furlongs and how that turns into acres, and it's just really interesting to me.
Yeah.
But I won't go into it because probably nobody else cares.
My attention was rapt.
And if
I was on the edge of my seat.
If I hadn't read that like 3 weeks ago when I wrote this quiz, then I'd probably remember more about it. But right now, at the end of category 1, Devo has 20, Andy 30, and Kels 40.
Far out.
So category 2
He was
is
so proud of that. 6?
6.
See?
You're picking up on it.
I know how to cipher.
Question 1. What measuring instrument got its name because its shape consists of 1/6 of a circle? And I have an easy mode for half points if you need it.
I know what I want to answer.
I'm locked in.
Easy mode for me.
Easy mode for me as well.
Okay. The easy mode is it's primarily used for celestial navigation.
Oh, locked in.
Oh,
Shoot.
yeah. I didn't even think.
Yep.
God,
Me either,
it's
Kels.
infuriating. It's in the damn name. All right.
All right. Let's start with Devo.
Sextant.
Andy
A sextant.
and Kels.
A sextant.
It is a sextant.
What?
Question 2. Sean Clown Cran, also known as Number 6, is the only remaining founding member of what U.S. heavy metal band known for wearing individual masks and matching jumpsuits?
Locked in.
Lock
Individual.
mask and jump. What's that? Jumpsuit.
I'm not going to spell this right.
This one might be a deep cut, but I like it.
I'm like,
I'm a lock in.
All right, Andy, what's your answer?
Oh, sextant.
No. Next question.
Jesus Christ.
Right, sorry.
We're on a
I was
whole
quickly
different
trying
question
to. I
now.
was trying to mute myself because I had to sneeze and was just. I put down guar.
Okay.
What's a guar?
Else?
What's a guar?
I said the Jabberwockies.
Devo, enlighten the
Slipknot.
heathens. It is Slipknot.
Oh, right.
yeah, what Andy said.
You don't know what guar is, Kels?
No.
Oh,
You're in for a
Davo,
visual
Kels
treat.
doesn't know what guar is.
Not so much a musical treat, but a visual one.
Anyway, Kels, they're aliens, and but they seem to wear a lot of foam rubber. Like a lot. Like picture somebody wearing an outfit made out of foam rubber and like double it. And that's how much.
Double it.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
All right. Question 3. Chnops, CHNOPS, is a mnemonic for the 6 most common elements in living matter. For 2 points each, name the 6 elements represented here. And for a bonus, if you can tell me, I'll give you 5 bonus points if you can tell me within 1% what percentage of an average human is made up of these 6 elements by mass.
You know I got the last one wrong.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, all you got to do, Andy, to not get 0 points is name one of these 6 elements.
A 1. Okay. And then the most common elements.
Yeah, you'll get 2 points
All right.
each, but just getting one of them will keep you from.
Okay, because
going
I
to
know
the
that C stands for chocolate.
C is for cookie, Andy. That's good
That's
enough.
good enough for
Good
me.
enough for me.
I'm locked in.
I got 2.
All right, I'm locked in.
All right, locked in.
Okay, let's start with Kels.
All right. Carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, and sulfur. And I just guessed 90%.
Okay, Devo.
I said carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, potassium, and sodium.
Okay.
I said 95%.
All right, and Andy.
I said carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phonics, and syrup.
It's right for
And-
some.
And I'm going for 100%.
All right, well, the elements are carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, and sulfur.
Oh, I was so close with phonics.
Okay.
And sulfur comes in syrup form, so you can accept that one, right?
No, not actually.
Oh.
no.
Okay.
And oddly enough, Andy was closest, but not close enough. The correct answer is 98%.
Ah.
All right, question 4. The musical comedy 6 is about the 6 wives of Henry VIII. For 2 points each, name the 6 wives of Henry VIII.
Ooh. Just talked about Henry VIII in class this
And
week.
for most of them, I'm going to need first and last names.
Well, I think their first names are all at one point Queen.
Yes, Queen.
Wasn't expecting to hear that today. It just brightened me
No.
right up.
Crap. I've never really known these women's names.
See, it's a couple of repeat offenders. Well, the first
Sort of. The names
same.
are, yeah.
Yeah, but it's the second part.
That is the crux of the question,
yeah.
I'm actually just gonna punt to save some time.
Oh man. All right, I'm going to lock in.
Yeah, I'm giving up with 4.
Okay. So let's start with Andy.
All right. The first 3 are kind of easy, of course, because it's pretty historic, but you've got Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, and Jane Seymour. And then I think Anne of Cleves. And I think there's a Howard somewhere after that, but that's all I got.
Howard the Duck.
Yeah, Andy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kels?
Anne of Cleves, Catherine of Aragon, Jane Seymour, Anne Boleyn, and Anne of Green Gables, and Catherine of House Zeta Jones.
And Devo.
Now Ray Guy comes in for his first punt of the day. Kick is away. There's a high twisting hang time spiral.
Correct answers are Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Jane Seymour, Anne of Cleves, Catherine Howard, and Catherine Parr.
Catherine Parr.
So Kels got 8 points, Andy got 10. Devo got to dance.
And that's its own reward.
It really is. And you were born to dance.
I was.
All right. At the end of category 2, Devo has 48, Andy 53, and Kels 65.
No, anybody's game.
When I just said Devo was born to dance, how many of us imagined Devo and Flash dance with the water coming down over the chair? Because I did.
I'm the dancing queen.
Can't.
That works.
Just got like the dance floor to himself, and he's doing like one of those really dramatic turns. And his head tilted back, and he's just basking in it.
Yeah.
That was my mental picture.
So to age myself a little bit, what I thought of was the dancing baby made popular on Ally McBeal.
Oh, yeah.
Doing it right now.
All right. Category 3, which is
7.
Yes. Question 1. U.S. Highway 7 is 308 miles long, starts at the Canadian border, and ends near the ocean. So, for 4 points each, name any of the 3 states that U.S. Highway 7 runs through. And I can give you an easy mode for part of it.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Give you a little bit of a hint.
Yeah.
Easy mode for me.
I'm going to take the easy mode.
All right. Everybody wants the easy mode for half points. For part of its length through one of the states, Highway 7 is known as the Ethan Allen Highway.
And this was meant to help?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Locked in.
This is meant to help.
Was that helpful, Andy?
Yes.
Thank you. It helped somebody, so.
So you want any of the 3 states or all of the 3 states?
Now for 2 points each.
2 points each. Okay. I'm locked in.
I'm locking in.
All right, Andy.
Ethan Allen was the hero of Fort Ticonderoga. Vermont, Connecticut, Rhode Island. Sure. I'm just going to go smaller.
Okay. Kels?
I went with Vermont, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts.
And Devo?
Vermont, New York, and Connecticut.
All right. Well, for different reasons, you each got 2 of the 3. The correct answers are Vermont, Massachusetts, and Connecticut.
Nice. Oh, 2 points each.
Yeah. So you each got 4 points for that.
Yeah.
Question 2. The 1955 movie, The 7-Year Itch, is responsible for one of the most iconic movie images. Describe the scene.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Kels?
Marilyn Monroe trying to hold her dress down over a sewer grate.
Okay. David?
Marilyn Monroe's standing on I think it's a subway grate as the train passes and it blows up her skirt and she's trying to hold it down.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah.
Andy?
It is a subway grate and all the other things I said.
Yeah, that is correct. I'll give you points, Kels. You obviously knew what it was, what the image was, which is what I was looking for.
Q.
So interestingly, that movie was one of the very first times that the opening title sequence of a movie was praised in movie review. It's by a guy named Saul Bass. Yeah, a guy named Saul Bass who did a lot of really innovative things. I guess prior to that, it was just the throwing up the titles and
like maybe some music playing in the background.
Yeah, but he did like this kind of animation thing, and it's actually pretty cool.
Hmm.
He ended up doing a lot of movie titles. Question 3. I've got a lot of these in here. Man, every one of these is like this was a bad one to do this this penalty box thing on, because you only have to get 1 or 2 of these to.
That's what's saving me right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a little twist. The 7 wonders of the ancient world were geographically located in what 4 modern countries?
Dang, is it really just?
That's a good question.
I guess it is just 4. Okay,
I'm
I got
locked in.
3.
Three of the countries had 2 of the wonders, and 1 only had 1.
What would the last one be?
These are not for points each. We need to get all or none.
Why?
We points each.
Yeah, I'll give you 3 points each.
You're the best.
I'm locked in.
I don't like to penalize you for missing 1 out of a list of things. Well, I mean, I like to penalize you a little bit for that.
The penalty is we lose points.
All right, I'm locked in.
All right, let's start with Avo.
I said Greece, Iraq, Egypt, and Turkey.
Okay, Andy?
I said Egypt, Iraq, Italy, and Turkey.
And Kels.
I said Egypt, Iran, Greece, and Turkey.
Okay, well, one of you got all of them.
Kels did. Just say it.
There's Davo.
So the wonders were the Great Pyramid and the Lighthouse of Alexandria, which were in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Statue of Zeus, the Colossus of Rhodes were in Greece.
Mm-hmm.
Why did
The
I say
Temple
Italy?
of Artemis at Ephesus and the Mausoleum were in Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
And the Hanging Gardens of Babylon in Iraq.
Oh,
I picked the wrong one. Damn.
Yes.
So the Colossus, apparently it was only standing for about 55 years. So there
Didn't
was
last
only
long.
55 years that all of the 7 wonders existed at the same time. And actually, since they've never found real evidence that the Hanging Gardens even existed, there might not have ever actually been 7 at the same time.
Huh.
It seems nearly impossible that the gardens would have existed, honestly, given its region and how much water it would take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or that at the very least they were extraordinarily exaggerated.
Yeah. I mean, you probably had like 2 ferns.
It's probably just like a potted plant.
He had a nice
Two ferns.
This is my ficus.
But I mean, we are talking about the Great River Valley, right? The cradle of civilization.
That's
at least
true.
cradle
That's
of
true.
some civilizations.
Right.
Okay, this is a question that we had before, I think.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no.
So George and Olive had 9 kids, but only 7 of them were members of the Osmond singing group.
Oh,
We did.
God.
This question's worth a total of 21 points because you'll get 3 points each if you can name the 7 singing Osmond siblings.
Holy crud. I can name 2.
Yeah, me too.
And I feel like one of them probably wasn't even in the group. It's gonna be something like that.
Yeah.
Like all if you can only name like Michael and Janet, like for a Jackson vibe.
That's why I made this one worth so much, because if you can get all 7, you deserve the 21 points.
Oh
Definitely.
my goodness.
I used to
Um,
watch this show with my mom.
Okay, now it's time to pick super white bread names.
Well, why would you do that? You know, they were a little bit country and a little bit rock and
And a
roll.
little bit rock and roll.
I'm locked in.
I've got 7 names, 2 of which I know exist as Osmonds.
Right.
There are people listening to this show probably that are really mad at me because they probably never even heard of the Osmonds.
There are also people who are yelling at their particular podcast app saying, "You fools! It's this!"
All right, I'm locked in.
All right. Let's start with Andy.
Okay, well, Donnie and Marie, obviously. And I want to say the youngest one, I don't know why this is rattling in my brain still, was Jimmy.
Oh, that's a
and
white boy
then-
name I forgot.
I know.
Uh-oh.
And then I went with Michael, Tito, Jermaine, and Marlon.
No Randy.
Marlon. Wow.
Kels?
Donnie, Marie, Daniel, John, James, Rebecca, and Carol.
And Devo.
Donnie, Marie, Billy, Tommy, Mary, Jane. I don't know why I put Mary and Jane together. And Danny.
All right.
Danny, nice.
Devo got 6. Or two of them for 6 points.
Oh, I was about to say, holy crud, I
Holy
quit.
crud.
You just named Power Rangers, I'm sure, for a couple of those.
Andy and Kels each got 3 for a total of 9 points.
Cal
Was it
did
Jimmy?
say Tito.
Working
Oh, Tito wasn't right?
working
Sorry.
going from the youngest, we do have Jimmy or James.
Dang it.
James, yay.
Marie, Donnie. Then we've got the older brothers, Jay, Merrill, Wayne,
Merrill.
and Alan.
You know, I was for
was
some
close with
reason
Marlon.
when we talked about the Osmonds, I started immediately thinking of that show Moral Oral. I almost wrote
That's not a show.
oral.
You're just making up. What?
No, it's a show. It's a show. I promise. It's a
Yeah.
show. It's a show.
Meryl. Dang it.
Dang, dang, dang.
So do you remember, I think we covered this before. Do you remember why the Singing Brothers started singing?
I barely know Osmonds exist. Clearly, I don't.
So I think the two oldest brothers, whose names are Virl Jr.
Burl?
and Tom, like VIRL, yeah. And Tom had severe deafness. They couldn't hear very well. And so the Singing Brothers, Alan, Wayne, Merrill, and Jay at the time, decided to do their singing thing so that they could raise money to buy hearing aids for their brothers.
Oh.
Because that's just the kind of brothers they are.
That's incredibly awesome. Can I get some
That's
points
pretty
because I
sweet.
named Thomas, the little known
No.
brother that
Wasn't-
is the
wasn't-
whole reason
wasn't-
there are
I
singing
specifically
Osmonds.
said name the 7 singing Osmond
I'm
siblings.
trying really hard
Well-
not to start singing the Who's. Tommy, can you hear me?
That would be really inappropriate
That
to
would
do
be
that.
wrong.
right now.
But you
He's
just
so
did it,
wrong.
and it's in a hot mic.
All right. So anyway, at the end of category 3, Devo has 80, Andy 85, and Kells 97.
Oh, Kels.
97.
Category 4 is confusingly 5.
5.
5.
Which world religion has 5 pillars or fundamental practices?
Locked in.
Son of a biscuit. Oh my gosh. I just went over this week as we were covering. I'm not all right.
Oh, are you not paying attention in class, young man?
I was teaching it. Locked in.
Locked in.
All right, Kels,
Islam.
Andy,
Islam.
and Devo.
Islam.
Do you know what the correct answer is? Islam. Do you know what the 5 pillars are?
I know one is the pilgrimage or the Hajj.
Mm-hmm.
Prayer,
Prayer's 1.
fasting.
Yep.
I don't know.
So I'm missing 2.
I thought one of them was charity, but
I feel like
Yeah.
they start with Z's though.
Well, the Arabic may, I don't know. Almsgiving, Devo, is
there you go.
is one of
Mm.
them. The first one is the Declaration of Faith.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Question 2. This question has a hard mode. So I'm going to ask you a question. You can try to answer it, or you can opt for the hard mode. The hard mode is worth 20 points.
Ooh.
Okay.
But if you opt for the hard mode, you cannot answer the easy mode as a fallback.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And of course, the penalty box is still calling her name.
Yeah, but I think everybody will be able to score on this regular question.
Okay.
Okay, here's the regular question. Although 5 wizards were sent to Middle Earth, Only 3 are mentioned by name in The Lord of the Rings. Name these 3 for 4 points each.
3.
I'm not going to risk the other 2. I'm going to answer this one.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Davo's the only one I thought that might try the other.
I thought seriously about it, but I'm a little ahead. I can't name the blue one.
Yeah, I can't either. I've got 2 of them.
Yeah, I only know 2. I'm gonna answer this one as well, because if it's a harder version of something in this realm, I'm good.
Okay, so you're all locked in. Well, I'll go ahead and tell you, since you're not going to take it. The hard mode is, by what other term were Wizards of Middle Earth collectively known?
Nope.
Oh, wait a minute. I just want to answer it for me to see if I can get it.
Okay.
Pimps.
There's actually 2 names that I would accept.
Yeah, not that.
One was
one was
an
one
elven
of them?
name, and one I think was what they called themselves.
Who's a what's it?
Yep.
They were.
Nailed it.
I know it, but I can't say it. You know what I mean?
Do you want to know?
Yes.
Hips.
I would have accepted Istari or the Maiar.
God, I knew.
No.
That's the one. That's the one.
Not have gotten that in the movie
Maiar.
years.
I couldn't think of Maiar. Okay. So mad.
I believe the Istari were the collective name for the 5 that were sent to Middle Earth.
Yeah.
And the Maiar are the general class of those beings.
Being that are wizards. Maiar is a being.
Yeah. All right. So are we all locked in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's start with Andy.
All right. First off, apologies to friend of the show, Corey, who right now is in his car yelling at his playback as to what the right answers are to this. I know it's Saruman and Gandalf. And the third one is the weird hippie guy with birds in his beard and stuff, but cannot tell you his name to save my life.
All right. Deva?
Saruman the white, Gandalf the gray, and Radagast the brown.
Radagast!
And Kels.
Saruman and Gandalf were the only ones I knew.
Unsurprisingly, Devo nailed it. Gandalf or Mithrandir, I would have accepted. Saruman and Radagast.
Those were, how many were those? It was 4 apiece.
4 points each, yeah. So Kels and Andy got 8, Devo got 12. Question 3. What U.S. musical group was the first to win the Grammy Award for Best Arrangement, Instrument, or A Cappella, which was introduced in 2015?
Best
The award,
arrangement.
they didn't give that particular version of the award until 2015.
Locked in.
Locked in?
Boy, the thing that leapt to mind, I'd be so angry if they won a Grammy. I am locked in with an answer that either is going to sound stupid or it's going to make me angry. Either way, I'm not going to be happy with this.
It's a lose-lose for Andy.
Lose. If I'm right, I'm
Damn.
angry. If I'm wrong, I'm mad because I'm wrong.
Well, start us off, Andy, and let's see how angry you're going to be.
Is it that pentatonic awfulness?
Devo.
It's not pentatonic because that's a musical thing. It's pentatonics
Whatever.
with an X.
You're still. Oh yeah, because that makes it even more stupid.
And Kels.
Pentatonics.
Correct answer is pentatonics.
Ah, see, that just makes me mad because they should not get it. No, wrong. Go sit in the corner, Grammys.
I've heard of them, and I listened to some of them when I wrote this question, and I don't really like a cappella music that much.
Neither do I.
I understand.
Question 4. I brought in I called up Prosbot to help me out with this
Hey, I
one.
like
Prosbot Mark
Prosbot.
IV.
Not real.
Okay.
Well, I think you're going to find she is because she did this question for
Oh,
us.
there's a gender?
Yeah.
Are you saying that robots can't be gendered?
Move on.
We need to have some sensitivity training.
Yeah.
I'm getting on the horn with HR after
We're
this
going to
show.
have some training, all right.
Okay, question 4.
What novel begins with the following sentence? All this happened, more or less.
Oh, locked in. Yeah, locked in. I was just wearing a T-shirt with a variation of this.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Okay. Let's start with Kels.
Slaughterhouse-5.
Andy.
Kurt Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse-5.
And Devo.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Correct answer, Slaughterhouse-5. Because the category was
5.
Well, there's 5 books in the trilogy, so I was thinking.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah. We had to
My
go
favorite
with
Kurt
Vonnegut.
Vonnegut quote was, "I saw John Brown up in heaven. He was still wearing his hangman's noose like a necktie. I asked him about it, and he said, 'Where's yours? Where's yours?'" I love Kurt Vonnegut so much.
Deep.
Kurt Vonnegut was awesome. I was wearing my Breakfast of Champions t-shirt yesterday. That's what made me think of it right away.
All right. At the end of category 4, Devo has 112, Andy 123, and Kels 135. And category 5 is the number 3.
Huh.
Question 1.
Crazy.
In Norse mythology, Fimbulvinter is the 3 harsh winters without intervening summers that will precede what event?
Locked in.
Really?
Yeah. It's the only event I know.
Well, I'm married
Harsh.
to the master of mythology. so-
Right.
Yeah.
The 3
got it honest.
harsh winters that will precede the following. The
And do you know this? I won't tell you how you know this, but you know this.
So 3 harsh winters.
Oh my God.
Andy, you saying 3 harsh winters over again?
I would have said. Well,
what does
I
the
mean-
rest of the question say, Andy?
Precedes this event.
Uh-huh.
So my thought was Cubs winning the World Series, hell freezes over, but we proved that not to be the case.
Well, you don't know what happened in hell.
Good
Yeah.
point. So then I could go with the White Sox, but that seems cruel.
I mean, I'll go out on. I'll just tell you now. I don't think anybody will mind if I tell you this has nothing to do with baseball.
Oh,
0.
wow, that changes everything. All right, then I'm locked
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, not a lot of baseball in Norse mythology.
Huh. Why they were so cranky.
All right.
I just presumed there was baseball because, Hammer and Hank, Thor. It just
There you go.
all
Yeah.
made sense to me, but I'm locked in.
David, what's your answer?
Ragnarok.
Kels
My favorite Thor movie, Ragnarok.
and Andy.
Didn't even think of that. I went with Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah, that's hardcore. The correct answer is Ragnarok.
Huh, that's a better
What if
answer.
the war they were waiting for in Norse mythology was
Are you
just a big
worthy of your
Christmas party?
presents?
Turns out it was Santa.
It's
Who
just a
shall
big
be
Christmas
naughty and who
party.
shall be nice?
Oh man.
All right. Question 2. In 1858, cricketer H.H. Stevenson took 3 wickets with 3 consecutive deliveries.
Oh, no.
The fans appreciated that so much that they took up a collection and bought him what?
Locked in.
A soda?
A malted.
I bought him a pop after the game. So I don't understand.
Hey, meet Joe Green.
I
Want a Coke?
comprehended all the words, but I didn't understand what I was supposed to gather.
You know what's worse? I got the last one wrong.
Oh, Andy's
I
going to the
know.
penalty
I am
box.
so screwed here.
I don't know. David's already locked in.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, Dave
I'm
knows
going to
it.
punt.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a terrible rule I implemented. Oh, that's
It
okay.
only
my
gives
God.
him a short break. It's
Ooh, that
only
was a
short
sticky
break.
wicket.
Brief respite.
Yeah,
That's okay. The next question is not in Andy's wheelhouse by any means.
It's not about me losing.
No, I just want
Just wanna make that
somebody.
clear.
I just want somebody to get the penalty box. It would suck to introduce
What's
this
in
thing
the
and not
box?
have anybody take advantage of it.
Yeah,
What's in the penalty box?
I'm locked in.
All right. Kels?
Cleats.
Andy?
Now Ray Guy comes in for his first punt of the day. Kick is away. There's a high twisting hang time spiral.
And Devo?
They bought him a hat.
They bought him a hat.
Hat trick.
And thus the hat trick was invented.
No kidding.
I thought hat trick. I was like, you can't buy somebody a hat trick, but you could buy him a hat. Didn't think of
That's
that,
awesome.
Yeah,
Didn't think of that.
The trick was the 3 wickets with 3 deliveries. And so they got him a hat, and then at some point after that, someone put those together and called it a hat trick.
How was I to know he didn't have a hat already?
This is a nice hat.
I could tell you in 1858, I guarantee you he had a hat,
Right.
but they just got him a nice hat, a really fancy hat.
To celebrate the occasion. Okay.
All right. I don't know if this is common knowledge or not. I certainly didn't know it. Question 3.
Okay.
The 3-point shot was introduced in the NBA in 1979. What Celtic made the first NBA 3-pointer?
Locked in.
I love you, Kels.
Andy's going
You're
to
done.
the box.
All right, locked in.
I got it between 2. I'm
Between 2 Celtics from the 70s? That's amazing.
no 2 players I know from the 70s.
From any team whatsoever.
You be on any team.
Only because I'm a big fan of Airplane. All right, I'm locked in.
You tried dragging Walton and Lemire up and down the court for 48 minutes.
Okay, let's start with Andy.
Dr. J.
Uh,
No! It's not a goal. He was in the crease. That wasn't he was in the crease.
Devo
I said Dave Cowan.
and Kels.
Chris Ford.
Correct answer is Chris Ford.
Coach of the Celtics at one point.
Coach of the Celtics at one point. Look how much I know about NBA basketball.
A little salty.
Do you know what that particular game is probably more famous for now, I think?
Larry Bird's
The ball
debut.
went to that
Yep.
hoop a lot of
It was-
times. What?
I believe it was Larry Bird's first NBA game.
Mhm.
So in 1979, there was an average of 0.8 shots on 2.8 attempts per game in the NBA. So 0.8 shots, 2.8 attempts. In 2022, there was an average of 12.8 shots on 35.2 attempts.
Yeah.
So they really have stepped it up.
Yeah. Made
Yes.
basketball a bit weird to watch.
Yeah, it really is.
All right, question 4. For 3 points each, name the 4 sons that existed throughout the show's run. And the show, I should say, is My 3 Sons.
Ah, crap. That penalty
I
box is
could've-
calling me.
Could have gotten at least one of these.
Yeah, I mean, all you have to do is name one. And there's a bonus. Who played the boy's father? Who played the boy's grandfather, Bub, in the first 5 seasons before his declining health forced him to leave the show?
And that's when
Oh,
Uncle
man.
What's His Face then came on.
I was like, I could have gave you the dad's name.
Me too.
So My 3 Sons had 4 sons for 3 points each. Name those 4 sons.
Okay, let's go with some names.
Again, there's probably going to be people out there saying, "What are they talking about?"
Right.
It was a sitcom from the 60s, maybe into the 70s.
Early 60s,
Or was it early?
I think.
I got my names and I'm ready for that penalty box.
You don't think you got any of them?
I don't. I barely remember this show at all.
All right, I'm locked in with 4 names.
It ran from 60 to 72.
12 years. Good Lord.
Really?
And Firefly gets 13 episodes. Where's the justice?
All right. So let's start with Devo.
Mark, James, Dave, and Junior.
That's not where I saw you going with that
Ah,
originally.
yabba dabba.
Oh, he's in the box.
He's in the box.
What's in the box? Davo and
What's
Andy.
in the box?
Oh, wait, I should ask, do you have a guess for the bonus? Maybe that'll
Heck.
save you.
No.
No, okay. Kels.
John, James, Michael, and George.
Okay. And anything on the bonus?
Fred McMurray Sr.
Okay.
Can I take a guess?
Sure. Even though you don't get points for it.
I know. There was Chip,
Yes.
Robbie,
Yes.
Richard.
No. Richard was Chip.
Richard was
Oh.
Chip. And there was
Mike.
Michael or Mikey?
Yep. Mike.
Yeah.
Stayed alive, baby.
I
Come
don't
on.
remember I don't know the bonus.
Okay. So the show started out with Mike, Robbie, and Richard, aka Chip. And then at some point, Mike got married and moved away. And to keep the show as My Three Sons, they adopted their friend Ernie.
Ernie.
Oh, God,
Ernie.
And the first 5 seasons, grandfather Bub was played by William Frawley.
Who's that?
Never in a million years.
William Frawley?
Yeah.
Rings no bells.
Fred Mertz.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's right. There it is.
All right. So no sweet because Kel's got one of those.
Hey.
So 3 points. And
I'm leaving the penalty box. Davo's coming in. This is like slapstick.
all right. So at the end of category 5, Andy has 123, Davo 132, and Kel's 158.
Come on,
Ooh, I'm in
Kels.
last.
Well, I don't get to answer this question, so you might, something or other.
Something out there.
Putting it out there that something might happen.
Stay tuned.
Stay
Something
tuned.
might happen.
Questions will be asked. Answers will be given. Who knows what could happen?
So I found myself in a conundrum when I got to category 6 because we've only got 6 categories and yet I had 2 numbers left. So
Oh my
Mhm.
gosh.
I decided that category 6 is going to be Ought 9.
Odd nine.
Oh,
So
odd
these are events that happened in 2009.
Oh, no.
I got like 3 things. That's about it.
Well, do you want to just answer them now or do you want to wait for the questions?
No, I'll wait for the question.
Okay. Question 1. In January, a person calling themselves Satoshi Nakamoto released version 0.01 of what software on the website SourceForge? Satoshi Nakamoto. Probably not their real name.
Hmm. Can I go back in the
Davo.
penalty box? I felt safer there.
Satoshi Nakamoto.
What's wrong with you?
Just the way he said that, it was so game show host, the way he said that. Satoshi Nakamoto. And there's a little as everybody's writing their answer down.
I mean, if you think about it, in a way, I am a talk show host. That's always been my life.
You are
dream.
the game. You are
Wow.
the Wink Martindale of the podcast.
Right.
It
world.
literally never occurred to me to think of it that way before.
Yep.
If you don't have the super long microphone, you're missing out. You've got to get that super pencil
The
thin
microphone on a
going.
yardstick.
Yeah. It worked great because you could host a show and then check the oil in your car after the episode was over.
But you could also hand the microphone, hold it for somebody else, but not actually stand too close to them.
Right. You need
Yes.
to be really close to them.
We call that the Richard Dawson lawsuit preventer.
Right.
Because that dude, holy crap.
That was weird.
I'm just chirping from the penalty box. I don't care.
I'm skating for the bench at this point. Like, take me out, coach.
I'm gonna punt on this one.
Ooh. Rare punt from Kells.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time Kel's punted.
Oh, so I'm the only one that's going to answer this question. 2009 software released. How did he release it again?
On SourceForge
Yeah.
version 1.
SourceForge is a website that hosts open source software.
So people that are writing software can write. 2009. It seems
So long ago.
I got an idea. I'm locked in.
We'll just spit it out.
Right. So I was a dedicated Mac user for a long time. And I believe right around this time, Microsoft came up with their Microsoft Windows, which of course was a direct ripoff of Mac's operating system. So is this the first version of Windows? See, I think that's too late
Windows
for Windows.
98?
Yeah, I remember
Right,
Windows
yeah.
95, but
Yeah, I used
XP. and
3.1.
Vista.
Yes, I went with Windows. I really have no idea.
May I guess, please?
so just hang on. I haven't done all my shame nuggeting yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
Microsoft
keep
Windows
ladling it
version
on.
1 came out in 1985.
Okay.
85.
1980. All right.
Okay, and so Kels.
Now Ray Guy comes in for his first punt of the day. Kick is away. There's a high twisting hang time spiral.
And that brings us to this.
It's supermarket sweep.
But now, Devo, you can throw out your guess.
Firefox?
Nope.
Okay.
Correct answer, Bitcoin.
Oh, wow.
In 2009.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
I remember
It was
somebody
really
in
stupid.
it might have been EverQuest, bought a pizza with Bitcoin.
Yep.
It was like an in-game thing where your avatar ran over and ordered a pizza from like Pizza Hut or something,
Mm-hmm.
and you used Bitcoin to pay for it. And there was a lot of Bitcoin at the time.
Yeah, I think it cost like 10 Bitcoin for that pizza or something like that.
Yeah.
And then right now, Bitcoin's dropped a lot, but at one point, I think at its peak, it was around $60,000. So that pizza, if it was 10 Bitcoin, that pizza would have been worth $600,000.
Yeah.
But who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew?
So the name Satoshi, that's common. I mean, I think a lot of people who are into Bitcoin and other kinds of made up currency know the name Satoshi. But apparently none of you guys are into that, which is probably good for your checkbooks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, question 2. In May, the Space Shuttle Atlantis made the final shuttle mission that didn't rendezvous with the International Space Station. What was its primary mission?
Locked in.
So it wasn't the last space shuttle, but it was the last mission that didn't interview with the ISS. So what did it do?
Everyone knows that there was an asteroid and there are these old guys. And
Don't want to close my eyes.
there were some animal crackers for God only knows why.
God. All right. I'm locked in. Got the guess. I might just be doing a quick little circle back to the penalty box soon.
So you can only penalty box is just once per game. We're not going to.
Oh, so I can let my stupid flag fly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna log in.
All right. So is that everybody? We're still thinking.
I'm in.
Let's start with Devo.
I thought it had something to do with Hubble. I think it was Hubble repair. So I'm going to just say Hubble repair.
Okay. Kels?
I couldn't think of anything classy, so I said they just orbited the Earth.
That'd be relaxing, wouldn't it?
Just fun.
Very.
Andy?
Delivering and installing new optics on the Hubble.
The correct answer is refurbishing the Hubble Space Telescope.
Yay! I knew it had something to do with that telescope, eh?
The Hoover.
That's exactly how they talk at NASA.
Yeah. I got the optics for the telescope, eh?
All right. Question 3. In July, what Islamic extremist group led an uprising in Bauchi State in Nigeria that quickly spread throughout the northern part of the country?
I'm going to get this wrong, but I think I'm going to say it wrong. I'm going to sound like Andy.
Hey, you know what?
All right. This determines whether I'm in the box.
All right.
And this is just a name that I know. Maybe it's them. I'm locked in.
All right. What do you got, Kels?
Boko Haram.
Yes.
Andy?
Pass.
I'm sorry.
I'm in a spot where I have no idea. You can't make a joke about extremist Islamic groups. And I can't punt.
All right. And David?
Boko Haram.
Correct answer is Boko Haram.
I did know that after Kel said it, but I had no clue.
And finally, question 4. In December, what actress died at the age of 32 of pneumonia exacerbated by anemia and misuse of prescription drugs? Or possibly because of a heart condition? Or possibly it was toxic mold? Or possibly it was intentional heavy metal poisoning? Depending on who you ask and when.
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
All right. So let's start with Andy.
So I think this is Brittany Murphy. And didn't also like her husband or boyfriend die within 18 months as well? And that's why they thought it was mold. Or am I getting this right? Am I thinking of the right thing?
I don't know. We'll find out.
All right.
Deva?
Brittany Murphy.
And Kels.
Brittany Murphy.
Correct answer is Brittany Murphy. And yes, her husband died, I think like 6 months later.
Okay.
And so that's why somebody thought that it might have been toxic mold, but I don't think they ever found any evidence of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point, her mother claimed that she just had a bad heart, and that's why she died. And then at some point later, her estranged father, for some reason, claimed that she was poisoned with antimony and barium. So,
Good
who
Lord.
knows? All right, we just watched Clueless the other day, and she was pretty good in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, delight.
At the end of the regular questions, we have Andy with 143 points, Davo 162, and Kels 178.
All right. Kel's running away from it. Also, the only guy not to go in the penalty box.
Yep. It was close there with the Boko Haram, though.
Very close.
In 1957, Laika became the first animal to orbit Earth. What kind of animal was Laika?
What is the only team in the Big Four North American sports leagues which shares its name with one of the Avengers?
And here's one more question for you. Are you the type of person who enjoys playing trivia games, learning new things, and having a bit of fun along the way?
If you are, or if you just want to find out the answers to those other questions, then our podcast, Quiz and Hers, might be right up your alley.
Each week, one of us writes new trivia questions for the other person, covering everything from science to history to pop culture to sports.
And every question in a game relates to some theme, like Game of Thrones,
internet memes,
sandwiches,
or animals in space.
Some of the themes make more sense than others.
So if you like trivia, learning, or real couples testing each other's knowledge and patience, check out our podcast, Quiz and Hers, part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network.
Quiz and Hers, the trivia podcast where we test each other's knowledge and the strength of our relationship.
So at this point, do you guys know what the final question is? Or what the final category is?
Please let it be entirely about Tommy Two-Tone.
No.
Shoot.
No.
Jenny's.
Had a chance there for a
all
minute.
about Jenny's.
Jenny.
Oh.
And so I wrote my questions, and I'm like, I have no idea how to order these. So I reached out to some of our patrons. They each gave me their particular ordering that they would do.
Oh,
it turns out that our patrons don't agree on a lot of things. But I
they
did
all agree we're entertaining, so they have questionable decision-making abilities.
I mean, when you have like Barry and Ian, they have, I mean, they don't necessarily overlap on some of their things, but Trish and Jenny, Ian and Barry, Jennifer, no, not Jenny. Jenny's the name of the category.
That's who's Jenny.
But no, Jennifer did help. Anyway, so I kind of averaged their answers together.
Okay.
And so Hopefully
You
we have it
successfully
ordered.
brought math into this equation. Well
Oh yeah.
done, sir.
Oh, it was all spreadsheeted out, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So hopefully these are in an order that you guys will agree is easier to harder. But it always just depends on if you know the answer. So everybody, though, agreed that this first question is the easiest.
Okay.
In the animal kingdom.
Hold on.
Time out. What time is it, Neil?
What time is it?
Oh, I mean, I totally forgot. I don't even have the clip pulled up. It's been so long since we've done this show. Here we go.
I know. It's like coming from a long break.
Sudden death.
There we go.
We gotta get John Claude on one of these days, and maybe he can just talk to us.
Yeah.
So again, in sudden death, if you have never played this with us, you can play until you get one wrong, and then you are out of the game, and your score is going to be locked at that point. But otherwise, questions are worth 10 points each. Question 1. In the animal kingdom, a Jenny is a female what?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Pretty sure we've talked about it on the show before.
Man, we've done a lot of these, Neil.
Yeah.
Okay. If it is this, then it's what I will have made of myself. I'm locked in.
All right. What do you got, Kels?
A donkey.
Devo?
Donkey.
And Andy.
There you go, Kels. It's a donkey.
It is a donkey.
I like how that would have worked if I would have got it wrong, too. You're an ass, and you go sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Question 2. Jenny von Westphalen was born in 1814 in what was then the Kingdom of Prussia. She married what political theorist in 1843?
Locked in. This is what 8675309 is about. It's all about her. This little clue for all of you there. Yeah.
You know, Tommy Two-Tone was so deep.
Jenny von Westphalen. Yeah, it's yeah.
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
All right, Devo.
Marx.
Andy.
Karl Marx.
And Kels.
Marx.
Correct answer is Karl Marx.
Wow.
I have to say, I had no idea Karl Marx was even married before I wrote this question. He had several kids. Only
Richard Marx.
Only one or two.
Chip Marx.
That shouldn't be funny, but it is. That really caught me off guard. It's like the idea of Richard Marx is Karl Marx's secret son.
I think of the 6 kids, only 2 of them lived to adulthood, but 3 of them, 2 or 3 of them were also named Jenny.
Really?
Yeah. I think it was pretty more common back then to have like wife's name juniors.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Question 3. In 1997, Jenny Shipley was the first female prime minister of what country? Since then, 2 of the next 4 prime ministers have been female, including the current one.
Crap.
Locked in.
Prime Minister of penalty boxes?
No, penalty box doesn't account in sudden death. This is like the shootout.
I got nothing. I'm locked in. I know I'm wrong.
Locked in.
Andy?
All I could think of was Angela Merkel in Germany, but it's not it because Angela Merkel did not. Yeah, it's definitely not Germany, but that's what I said.
She's not the current prime minister.
I know. Said I was wrong. I just couldn't come up with anything.
And correct me if I'm wrong, she wasn't a prime minister at all anyway.
You don't have to be mean about it.
I'm just... She was a chancellor, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kels?
I guess New Zealand.
Devo?
I also said New Zealand.
Correct answer is New Zealand.
Woot.
Woot.
Andy, you are out.
I was just doing great there for 2.
You're chugging along, man.
Question 4. In The Hateful Eight, she played an outlaw being taken to Red Rock for hanging. Who was it?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Kels?
Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Devo?
Jennifer Jason Leigh.
It is Jennifer Jason Leigh. Do you know why her middle name is Jason?
I do not.
I don't.
I believe she was related to Janet Leigh. Anyway, Jason Robards was a family friend. And they named her after Jason Robards.
That's cool.
All right, question 5. After winning a Tony Award as a producer for A Strange Loop, who became the youngest woman and second Black woman to earn an EGOT? Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. I got to say, in my play testers, this one was a divisive one.
Locked in?
Locked in.
Deva?
Hudson.
Kels?
Oh.
Jennifer Hudson.
It's Jennifer Hudson?
Yep.
I know she's done a lot of Broadway. It's surprised me a little bit that her first Tony Award was as a producer.
Yeah.
Question 6. What tennis player started her professional career in 1990 as a 13-year-old and finished the season ranked number 8 in the world?
Locked in?
Locked in.
Kels?
Capriati?
Deva?
Capriati.
Correct answers? Capriati. So she ended up taking, when she became I think she only played for 3 or 4 years and then took a long break because she was she was growing up in a really rough environment, had some personal issues, but then she came back, and in the early 2000s, I think she got to be ranked number 1 again.
She did. She had some drug problems, and she came back as a fully fledged adult and reclaimed her career.
I think it's the longest time between number 1 rankings for any player.
Oh, wow.
Question 7. What Jenny had their major film debut in the 1993 horror film Leprechaun?
Locked in?
Oh, locked in. Not that I get to play. That one was an easy one.
You locked in spirit, Andy.
Why isn't that in the first few questions?
I'm blanking. Got it. Locked in.
Deva?
Aniston.
Kels?
Aniston.
Correct answers? Jennifer Aniston.
I can't believe I blanked on Jennifer Aniston. Jesus.
Question 8. What actress said of her rhinoplasty experience, "I went in the operating room a celebrity and came out anonymous. It was like being in witness protection program or being invisible"?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Well, go ahead and answer. Kels?
Oh, Gray?
And Deva?
Gray.
It was Jennifer Grey. Question 9. Some people thought that this was the hardest one. Jenny Jerome was born in Brooklyn in 1856. She met her first husband at a sailing regatta at the Isle of Wight and gave birth to her first son 8 months after their wedding. Who was her famous son?
I think you got this one, Kels. I have no clue.
Nah, I neither do I.
No, I mean, you've got the game because I have to answer more than you do.
But this one is,
that son, that man was Mo Green.
And the city he founded was Las Vegas.
Andy, what are you thinking on this one? Do you know it?
I don't.
Don't answer.
I have a weird answer.
I'm locked in.
All right. Also locked in.
Okay. Let's start with Deva.
Said Churchill.
Kels?
I wrote Lindbergh, but in parentheses I have Sparrow, as in Captain Jack Sparrow.
Andy, what were you thinking?
For some reason, I went to either Churchill or FDR too, or both those. I'm guessing Churchill.
Correct answer is Winston Churchill.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dave, you're still in it.
Holy crap.
It's one of those things that I thought it was pretty somewhat common knowledge that he had an American mother who was a little bit risque, but
I was doing the math and seeing who would be, doing the math to see who this famous person would be. And
well, you did.
Yeah,
right.
I just guessed the famous Brit.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
So, interestingly, her first husband died. Winston's father died when Winston was about 20. She got married again, and her second husband was 16 days older than Winston was.
Ugh.
16 days older?
Yeah. So she married basically someone her son's age. But then her third husband was 3 years younger than Winston was.
Ugh.
So she was a bit of a cougar
Come on.
when she...
No kidding.
All right, Davo, this one's for you. Question 10. And this is actually for the game, too, really. Look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No pressure, though.
None.
No, you got this, Davo.
Jenny Slate is a comedian who's been on Saturday Night Live and has done lots of voice work for animated features. What recently released stop-motion animation film starring an anthropomorphic shell did she co-write, co-produce, and star in?
I love.
Okay, I don't know this.
I actually watched the YouTube shorts.
Well, go ahead if you know.
Remember the name.
You're up.
Well, I would have bombed anyway, so I don't feel so bad being knocked out early. This has been a rough one.
Marcel the Shell.
Do you know the name of the film?
No, I know it's Marcel the Shell.
Oh, you gotta know the film. I wouldn't have known this, Dave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
All you.
Hold on.
I'm going to give it to you, but
it's more. I know the name of the film. It's Marcel the Shell.
Yeah, there's more though.
Marcel the Shell's
and the Secret of the Ooze.
In Marcel the Shell in New York. No, I don't know.
What is he
wearing?
I
just know the character is Marcel.
What is he wearing?
He wears shoes.
The name of the
Marcel
movie.
the Shell
with shoes on.
That's the name of the movie?
Marcel the Shell with shoes on, yeah.
Oh my God.
How did you not know that?
I've watched Marcel the Shell.
I am so embarrassed for you right now.
It's very, very cute.
It's adorable. It's great for your little kitties. It's great.
All right. Well, that's it. That's the game. Final scores. Andy, 163. Kels, 258. And our winner, Davo, 262 points.
What?
Way to go.
Thank you.
Miracles do happen.
They do. They do on occasion.
Coming out of the penalty box to someone who never had to go in the penalty box.
Pulled myself back with my fingernails.
Well done,
clawed my way to victory. Well, thank you very much for the very interesting quiz. I thoroughly enjoyed that category.
That was a lot of fun.
That was really good.
Well done, sir.
I had fun writing it.
So from all of us here at the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast, I am your MC Davo with Kels.
Baby, what's your phone number? How can I get into you when I'm feeling right? 777-9311. That's the number that I wish we would have gone with tonight, but this was fun too.
Andy.
So long, Ladle Brainers.
And the Sensei Neil.
Jenny, who can I turn to? You give me something I can hold on to. I know you think I'm like the others before who saw your name and number on the wall. 867. 5309.
Oh, yeah.
That's classic.
He doesn't have phones where he's from.
Right. I'm signing off.
Hello, ladlers. We here at the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast are thrilled to announce that we have merch, t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, stickers, mouse pads, a bottle of Crystal Pepsi, and a 1986 Buick Regal sitting on what the kids would say, dubs. I mean, the works. Go to brainladleshop.com and give our beautiful new shop a once over. Show your love of trivia and help support the show by locking in on your favorite swag. And remember our sales motto, if you want it, we got it. If we ain't got it, we're going to get it. So you better get it while the getting's good.
What measuring instrument got its name because its shape consists of 1/6 of a circle? And I have an easy mode for half points if you need it.
I know what I want.
You f***ing say triangle, I'm going to kick you in the balls.
What? No, I wasn't. Wow. See?
Man.
I wasn't going to say triangle.
I heard
you went
right chuckle and got upset. I apologize. It's a sore subject. I haven't slept much. I'm sorry.
Has that episode come out yet even?
No.
Like a little inside baseball for us brain ladlers, but yeah, that's still coming. Recorded a while ago.
Well, no, I think Andy, this one will.
Oh, right. They'll come after. That's how time works.
We're not live, buddy.
We're not going. We're not inserting this into last week's.
That's why I can never tune the show in on my radio. La. When I was in my very early 20s and trying to break into publishing as a photographer, and I worked at a pro shop in Milwaukee and would freelance in my spare time. And there was another photographer at the store. And the one thing I remember about him is he would just arbitrarily, a few times a day, to suddenly go, la, and then go on with his day.
Just warming up the pipes.
And I have long since, I couldn't even tell you his name anymore. Long since lost touch with him. But I remember that very vividly, and still from time to time in the silence, let's go, la.
Was this like a tick that he had, or
no,
he was just trying to break the tension, or
just
he didn't like the quiet?
Sometimes he did it to himself. It was just this arbitrary. It was very random, which I enjoyed.
So I'm going to read you the question. You can choose to answer that for 10 points.
Everything all right?
Nope. Okay.
Okay.
What?
Are you okay?
He didn't panic at all. He was like, nope.
Nope.
No,
There's a gunman in front of me right now, guys. Let me just finish this question.
I forgot how I wrote this. So I'm going to start over. Question 2.
No, wait, I'm sorry. I'm still. Is everything all right?
Nope. Shit, dude, you're in another state. We can't get there in time.
Can't help you.
Hi, Simon.
Again.
You want to say hello into the microphone? Say hello.
Hello. No,
Hello.
nothing there.
Well, there's something there. It's on the headphones. You want to hear them?
And talk to people.
Talking
Say hello.
to people.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Simon.
Hello.
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 What happened?
Yeah, people talking to you.
Ankle. I don't know. That is so weird.
Isn't it?
Yeah, headphones make what you found.
They do make a lot of sound.
Why?
Well, it's just the way they're made.
What is in a book?
Well, that's my bowl of cookies. You want,
Your bowl of cookies.
do you want one of my cookies?
Yeah.
Apparently,
You
it's
got
a
a
very
bowl of
it's a very funny
He's
bowl.
got
of
a
Take a
cookies.
cookie
bowl
and go see Mom, okay?
podcast with a bowl of
Bowl
cookies.
of cookies.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Say goodbye
So
to everybody.
We don't allow him to eat cereal on the show, so he just got a bowl of cookies
Just have
instead.
a bowl of cookies, just in case.
I would just like to point out that Simon clearly doesn't listen to our show because he asked his father a science question. Clearly, he's not a supporter of the show.
At some point, he's going to be old enough to listen to the show and know the terrible truth.
I heard something funny today on about NASA. Apparently, they have Twitter accounts for like NASA Sun and NASA Moon. And the last time there was a solar eclipse, the NASA Moon Twitter account blocked the NASA Sun Twitter account.
Nice. That's awesome.
That's funny.
I've got an AP World class now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Been talking about Southeast Asia and China all week. And let's just say I have lost that class permanently. There's no getting it back. There's no getting that respect back. It's gone.
Why did something happen there?
I have to pronounce a lot of words. A lot of words that look like cheating at Scrabble. Q's that don't make sense at all. J's just, I'm going to throw a J in here for no reason. Yeah, it's been ugly. It has been ugly.
You're the most American history teacher I've ever heard.
It's been ugly.
Why the hell is there a J in this word?
One kid asked me to find Jordan on the world map. Took me about 5 minutes. Shouldn't take you 5 minutes if you're the teacher. You should just be able to point to it.
It took you 5.
You had the map there?
I have a big world map on the wall. Giant world map, 4 feet by 8 feet, with all the names on it.
The names were on it. Okay.
I know.
Yeah, I thought if it was a blank map, okay, but still.
30 kids watching me. I knew it was near Israel, but I kept going south.
I figured you were probably just like stuck in Illinois. You're like, I know you came from Chicago.
Isn't Jordan on the south side?
Like Jordan was. He's 23 Bulls, right? Yeah. He's in Chicago.
Well, he started in North Carolina. And then he's in Chicago. He's spent some time in D.C.
Yeah, well, time in Washington.
The preceding podcast was presented by Brain Ladle Productions. All rights reserved.
Sure, come get this baby.